Dangal greetings everyone, I'm Lailin Asuncion and I'm going to discuss the class relationship and multiplicity. The UML diagram represents a library management system consisting of 4 classes: library, library item, member, and main. These classes interact to manage library items and member borrowing activities. 1. Library and library item relationship. The library class has an association with the library item class. Multiplicity library, library item 1 to 0 or many. This means one library can contain 0 or many library items. Library and member relationship. The library classes is also association with the member class. Multiplicity, library member 1 to 0 or many. One library can have 0 or many members.
Member and library item relationship. There is an association between member and library item. Multiplicity. Member to library item 1 to 0 or more. Library item to member 1. Main class relationship. The main class contains the main method. Role is served as the entry point of the application. Relationship. The main class uses the other classes like library, member, and library item to run the program and simulate library operations.
Dangal greetings everyone, I'm Lailin Asuncion and I'm going to discuss the class library item. This class is called library item. It represents the item that can be found in the library, such as books or magazines. First, the class has 3 private attributes: private string title, private string type, private boolean borrowed. The title stores the name of the library item. The type identifies what kind of item it is. For example, a book or a magazine. The borrowed variable is the boolean value that checks whether the item is currently borrowed or not. Next is the constructor. Public library item. String title, string type. This the title is equals to title. This the type is equals to type. This the borrowed is equals to false. The constructor is used to initialize the object when a library item is created. It assigns the title and type, and the borrowed status is automatically set to false, meaning the item is available. After that, there are getter methods. Public string get title, public string get type, public boolean is borrowed. This method allows other classes to access the title, type, and borrowed status of the library item. Lastly, the class has 2 methods that control borrowing: public void borrow item, public void return item. The borrow item method changes the borrowed status to true, meaning the item is taken by a member. The return item method changes to back to false, meaning the item is available again. So overall, the library item classes manages the information and borrowing status of library materials in the system.
Dangal greetings, I'm Devera and I'll be explaining the library class. So the library class represents the library system itself. It is responsible for managing members and the catalog of library items. Essentially, it acts as the central controller for the library operations. The library class has 2 main attributes: member, a list member that stores all library members. Every member created in the system is added to this list. This allows the library to keep track of who is registered. Catalog, a list library item that stores all books and magazines. Every item added to the library is stored here. The catalog allows the library to know which items are available for borrowing. The library class provides 4 main methods: create member, member, adds a new member to the member list, prints a confirmation message, member created name, add library item, item, adds a new library item, book or magazine to the catalog, prints a message, item title added to the catalog, remove member, removes a member from the member list, prints a message, member remove name, remove library item, item, removes a library item from the catalog, prints a message, item title removed from the catalog. These methods ensures the library can add and remove both members and items efficiently. And that's all for the library class.
Dangal greetings, I'm Nikki May Bachansila and I will discuss the member class. The member class represents a library member and keeps track of the items they borrow. The class has two main attributes. First is name, which stores the member's name, and second is borrow item, which is the list of all library items this member has borrowed. Both are private, meaning they can only be accessed within this class. The constructor takes a name as a parameter and initializes the borrowed item, this as an empty. This ensures every new member starts with no borrowed items. The borrowed item method allows a member to borrow a library item. First, it checks if the item is available. If it is, the item is added to the members borrowed list and marked as borrowed. If not, it prints the item is unavailable. The return item method allows a member to return an item. It first checks if the member actually borrowed it. If yes, the item is removed from their list and marked as available again. The display borrowed items method shows all items a member has borrowed. If there are no items, it prints no borrowed items. This helps the member or library staff see what's currently borrowed. This class works closely with library item class. Each member can borrow multiple items, but an item can only borrow by one member at a time. The methods ensure proper tracking of borrowed items, making the library system organized and efficient. Thank you.
Greetings everyone, I am Dadulia and I will be discussing the main class. The first line is the public class main. This declares the main class. The public static void main, string args, this main is main method, which is an entry point of the program. The next line is library is equal to new library. This line create an object of the library class called library. Next is the member 1 is equal to new member Juan de la Cruz, and the member 2 is equal to new member Maria Clara. In this line, we created two member objects. The first member is Juan de la Cruz and the second member is Maria Clara. This object represents people who can borrow an item from the library. The next line is the library item book, new library item, Java programming, and book. The next line is library item magazine 1, new library item science monthly magazine. This line is the two library items. This is the item of book titled Java programming and the second item is magazine titled Science Monthly. This object represents the materials available in the library. The system.out.print TC1 creates the library members. This line simply prints the title in the console. Library.create member 1 and 2. This line adds the two members of the library system using the create member method. In the TC2 add library items, library.add library item book 1 and the magazine 1. These lines add the book and magazine to the library so they can be borrowed by members. The members borrowed a book. Example, member 1 that borrowed item book 1. Here, Juan de la Cruz borrows the book in Java programming. The borrowed item method records that the member has borrowed this item. The TC4 members borrowed magazine, members 2 that borrow item magazine 1. Here, Maria Clara borrows the magazine entitled Science Monthly. And the TC5 showed borrow item. Members 1 displayed borrowed items, member 2 that display borrowed items. This line displays the item that each member currently borrowed. The TC6 members return an item. This member 1 that returned item, book 1. Here, Juan de la Cruz returned the book in Java programming. The TC7 removed member. Library that removed member 2. This removes Maria Clara from the library member list. The TC8 removed library item. library that remove library item magazine 1. This removes the Science Monthly magazine from the library. Overall, our program demonstrates a simple library management system. It shows how members are created, how library items are added, how members can borrow and return items, and how members or items can be removed from the system. Now I'll be explaining the output of our library management system program. The program shows different test cases that simulate how the system manages library members and library items such as books and magazines. First is TC1. Create library members. In these steps, the system creates new members in the library. 2 members were successfully added. Juan de la Cruz and Maria Clara. This means the system can successfully register the store new library members. Next is TC2. Add library items. Here we add items to the library catalog. The catalog is the list of all available books and magazines in the library. The Java Programming and Science Monthly, these 2 items were added. The system shows that can successfully added items in the library catalog. Next is the TC3. Members borrows a book. In this test, the members Juan de la Cruz borrows the book Java Programming and the system records that this item has been borrowed by that member. The TC4 members borrows a magazine. Another member, Maria Clara, borrows the magazine Science Monthly. This demonstrates that the system supports borrowing different types of library items. Next is TC5. Show borrowed items. The system displays all borrowed items and which members borrowed them. The output shows Juan de la Cruz borrowed Java Programming and Maria Clara borrowed Science Monthly. This confirms that the system correctly tracks borrowed items. Next is the TC6. Members returned an item. The book Java Programming is returned to the library. The system confirms that the return with the message Java Programming returned successfully. This shows that the system updates the item status when it is returned. Next is the TC7, remove member. The Maria Clara is removed from the system. This means the library administrator can delete members from the database if necessary. Finally, we have TC8, remove library item. The magazine Science Monthly is removed from the library catalog. This demonstrates that the system allows the administrator to delete items from the catalog. That's all po, thank you.